Welcome to another episode of Hohnke.Outdoors. It's good to be back here, almost 12 months after my first ever spearfishing trip. So, running out of light, so just gonna have a quick hour session. Let's get into it. Instant regret filled my head as soon as I put my head under the water and saw this sandy, murky mess. I was down here for a week for work and was trying to capitalise on the last of the daylight savings to just try and spear some fish. I got out behind these rocks here and thankfully, as you can see, it started to clear up, which was, it was promising, and the further I got out from that beach, the better it got. It still wasn't great, and with that being last light, I was feeling a little bit like shark bait, but I stuck it out. I was looking down at the bottom and then was caught completely off guard when the most desirable fish on the Australian east coast swam underneath me, the mighty red mowong. I didn't want to spook the fish by immediately swinging the gun around to point at it, so I waited till it was out of sight, did a duck dive down, but unfortunately I couldn't find him again. I played cat and mouse with a few other fish, ducking in and out of rocks and weeds and kelp beds, until I was starting to get really desperate at this point, as I knew that light was just rapidly fading. I considered taking this herring cale and decided against it, as I wanted to do a simple cook up on the beach for dinner that night, but I was starting to regret it because all I kept finding coming back to was this tiny red mowong on this gravel patch, and I knew he was undersized, and you see I was just putting the spear down near his head to sort of get an idea of the scale, and I was just about to give up when his big brother came sliding down the rock, and we got him. Not wanting to become a shark attack victim, I jumped straight out of the water before I even spiked the fish, being right next to the rocks, which made for a quick escape.
How good is this? Fresh red mully for dinner. Yes. Right at the last second too, there was a little tiny one. I'm like, nah, it's undersized, and this one just swam out of nowhere. Awesome. How good is this? Came out quick, only like half hour in the water, just got dark. Red mully got it done. And here we are at the absolutely beautiful spot near Nelson's Bay, where I first came spearfishing 12 months ago. Awesome. Let's go cook him up.
Righto, we've got this Ronin Kelp. This is wild garlic and bull kelp soy sauce. I'm so keen to try it. Oh, it smells amazing. Okay, that is stuff whatever soy sauce you buy. You buy this from now on. This is the best. Oh. I got a little bit of red moe here. I'm gonna red moe sashimi. With that soy sauce, it's really good. It's probably just the soy sauce. So we're going to do what any good person's going to do. We're going to put some Salt Bay on this. The wind was blowing pretty strong off the ocean, so I moved a little esky there to just act as a bit of a windbreak. Alrighty, it's taste test time. I don't have any cutlery. I didn't think that far ahead. Oh, that is so good. Doesn't get any fresher or better than that. That salt based seasoning just gives that awesome colour. Just tastes so good. Best thing about the coast is there's taps everywhere. Yeah, well, sure know how to pick the bad weather, but over in that tiny little bay is calm. So, off to the calm little bay we go. Time to do some sketchy stuff. High tide hasn't come yet. Don't know where that fence is. Unless there's a way through these rocks, so I should probably turn around. Made it through the rock chasm. Okay. The worst thing about COVID is this. Again, I had regret once my face looked below the surface. But I was determined not to buy dinner, so I loaded up the gun and started swimming straight into a headwind. It was really tough. I was going up with the waves, fighting the wind, and just not seeing anything at all worth spearing. I lifted my head above the water, and when I put it back down, a large grey shape materialised next to me. After the initial panic dropped off, I appreciated the passing ray and decided it was time to pull the pin. I unloaded my gun and decided to start the walk back to the car.
Well, that was hard.
That was not worth it.
I just found the coolest little abalone shell. How sick's that? Just gonna wait between sets of waves. Well, things are sometimes a lot further away than they appear. Certainly a lot rougher. Never again. Well, that was pretty uneventful. I learned a lot. I learned that if your gut tells you, you probably shouldn't get in the water. It's pretty rough. Also, it's very deceptive. That is not hence, the waves were bigger than they looked from up here, but it definitely still turns it on. Well, that horrid easterly breeze is gone. Down here looks awesome. Let's go. No regret today when my face went under the water. The viz was surprisingly good here.
I spent some time hunting the crayweed and kelp areas only to find some wrasse, rock kale and herring kale. I swam back out over some more open structure and soon started to see some more desirable fish, and again the highly desirable red mowong made an appearance, and I went into hunt mode. I debated on pulling the trigger on this fish from the surface and ultimately decided against it and decided to do a duck dive and get down on its level. The only problem was, once I leveled out, I had no idea where the damn fish went, and then as I was going back to the surface, there it was. Let's just wind that back so you can see the tiny little rock he managed to hide behind. Of course, rushing this shot made me lose that fish and not get another chance at it, and it was at that point I decided to call it a day and head back. Righto, well that's it. That's all we've got time for now. Heading home tomorrow. It's been a good transition into a new job. Catch you on the next one.